You keep me waiting. Guess you're stalling, hit the brakes. Instead of second guessing, why don't you take the chance? We could be going anywhere. So why stay here? See the world, you and I. So what you say? I say it's possible now. So why not leave? We'll see the sun come down. We won't be lonely. We could just lose track of time. Do what we love. Taking a trip in October. We can see California in rain.
I'll never forget the songs we used to play. And when I put them on, the feeling never fades out my body. I hope you're thinking of me. There won't be a night, there won't be a place where you don't cross my mind, where I don't see your face in somebody. I hope you're thinking of me. People say we're foolish, people say we're dumb, people say we're caught up in temporary love. We don't know what we're doing, they say we're too young, but they don't know a thing about us. I'll wait forever, that's what we said. 16th of September, lying in my bed. I'll wait forever, it's never too late. Couple thousand miles is just a little space. I'll wait. Couple thousand miles is just a little space. I'll wait. There won't be an end, can't forget the start. When you're far away, it's like we're not apart. I put my money just to hear you say you love me again. People say we're foolish, people say we're dumb, people say we're caught up in temporary love. We don't know what we're doing, they say we're too young, but they don't know a thing about us. I'll wait forever, that's what we said. 16th of September, lying in my bed. I'll wait forever, it's never too late. Couple thousand miles is just a little space. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. Couple thousand miles is just a little space. I'll wait. Couple thousand miles is just a little space. I'll wait forever, that's what we said. 16th of September, lying in my bed. I'll wait forever, it's never too late. Couple thousand miles is just a little space. I'll wait.
Oh, that's just how it goes. Rising, rising up, right until we fall. Oh, reaching in the dark, nothing's there to touch. I wish I could love. Oh, that's just how it goes. Rising, rising up, right until we fall. Oh, reaching in the dark, nothing's there to touch. I wish I could love, but I'm still numb. I'm still numb. I'm still numb. Feelings gone, but I'm still numb. I can't be the only one. Oh, that's just how it goes. Rising, rising up, right until we fall. Oh, reaching in the dark, nothing's there to touch. I wish I could love, but I'm still numb. But I'm still numb. But I'm still numb. Feelings gone, but I'm still numb. I can't be the only one. I'm still numb. Feelings gone, but I'm still numb. I can't be the only one. Oh, that's just how it goes. Rising, rising up, right until we fall.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. So, my bad. It's taken me a little bit to get started here. If you guys can hear me, just throw something in the chat. Throw like ones in the chat just so I can hear. I know you guys are. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So, give me a second because if you guys were on last week, you know I was in the process of getting a new computer. So, I've got my new computer built out. The only problem is I don't have any monitors, so I'm working off one of my vertical monitors that I'm going to close out right now, and I'm going to have to shift it. So hold on, bear with me. I'm going to have to do some shenanigans here. So let us hold on. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to have to go to. All right, I'll click Spotify. We'll go to that. Yeah, bear with me, guys. I gotta go into settings and change this screen from horizontal to or from vertical to horizontal, and then I'm gonna flip my. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Where's display? I'm trying to see this sideways. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Got it. Alrighty, there we go. We're in the money now. All right. So I'm gonna try and see. This is a small monitor. we'll we'll make do. My big 40 or my big 34-inch is coming today. So not. Yeah, go ahead. All right, hold on. There we go. Alrighty. Bam, bam. All right, we'll get this party started. Yeah. It's well, I got twin 34s coming. So now I'm just going to be on this little 27-inch horizontal one that I was playing off of. Okay, so let's get this thing started. All right, it's Tuesday night. Call is maxed out. I'll tell you this. I've been toying with this idea. I actually talked it over with my wife. I personally have no need to upgrade to like the 500 one. But if and I'll put this out in the Discord if people are willing to do it, I mean I'll upgrade it. I'll have to see what like the minimum like in Zoom, like you could have like an embedded charge for each Zoom. And if it's like a buck or something like that, I have no problem. You know, if everyone just throws a buck in, you know, I'll upgrade it. You know, I don't mind. Tell Mike I can host 300. You're telling me that from David Dixon. Oh, I got you. Yeah. But the only problem is we'd have to get everyone here to tell them not to worry about it. Tell them not to worry about it. Well, maybe next time we'll do it. But anyway, if everyone's willing to throw a buck towards the Zoom, then I don't mind upgrading. You know, I just have no desire to pay the extra for that because I'm never going to use it. So, but we'll see. I need singles I can get your. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. I'm gonna toy around with it. I'll see how I can do it. Okay. All right. Let's jump in it though. Let's get into this. Yeah, no, this new Mac I got, man, it is lightning quick. I love it. One thing I want to talk about, right? Before we get into anything, and let me go to a clean chart, right? So this is all I want to say about this. All right. I know a lot of people are struggling as far as understanding when to buy, when to sell, when to counter trend, when to pro trend, right? And I did this to a bunch of people that I'm personally working with, and I think it hits a point that kind of makes sense, right? And I just want to indulge me here for 30 seconds, okay? So let's just say Euro USD is bullish, right? Let's just say Euro USD is bullish, and price is literally doing this, right? Okay, just like that. All right. So every time price distributes here, right? You sell it. Okay. And let's just say you are perfect. You catch the top and you catch the bottom, right? And let's just say that hypothetically this was a 1 to 5 R to R, right? I know it's low, but let's just say it's a 1 to 5 R to R. And then you catch this distro, and that is a 1 to 5 R to R. Okay. And then you catch this distro and you're perfect every time. You catch literally the top every time and you cash out at the bottoms every time, right? So this one is a 1 to 5. Okay. And then lastly, you catch this one and you catch the top every time. Perfect. No losses. And you cash out here. And this is a 1 to 5. Okay. So at this point, right? At this point, you have you have risked whatever you risk. If it's 1%, so it's a 4, right? A 4 to 20. All right, is your risk to reward, right? Because you've taken 4 trades for a possible 20. So if it's 1%, you've risked 4% to catch 20, right? 20%. That's not bad, right? Especially, but now you've got to catch the tops, right? You got to catch the tops and you got to know when to pull out. Okay. But now what if you just go pro trend, right? What if you just catch the bottoms when they come into a point of interest and you ride it up, right? So let's just say hypothetically, if this is a 1 to 5, we get a double expansion. So this is a 1 to 10, and this is a 1 to 10 taking it up. And this is a 1 to 10 taking it up. And this is a 1 to 10 taking it up. Well, now you're at what? You're at a 4 to 40, right? Okay. But that's not all, right? This is like those infomercials. That's not all. It's not a 4 to 40. Okay. What it is, it's this. Because now when you catch this ride here, why would you get out until price break structure? So really, this one here is a 1 to 40. This one here is a 1 to 30. This one here is a 1 to 20. This one here is a 1 to 10. Okay. So what you really have, right? What you really have is a 4 to, let's see, 70. Well, let's see, 30 is 60 and 40, right? 60 and 40 is 100. What you have is a 4 to 100 as opposed to counter trend trading, what gives you the 4 to 20. All right. If there's anything that I can tell you is trade the trend, because I'll tell you, like, the whole goal of trading for me was freedom, right? And if I have to spend hours and hours a day trading, I'm not getting freedom. All right. I'll tell you right now, for those of you in the chat, you'll probably notice that last week I wasn't very active in the chat, right? And the reason was I took 2 trades all of last week, right? I took 2 trades. I took a GA buy and I took a gold sell. The gold sell went for a possible 1 to 50. I'm still holding partials on it. The GA was a 1 to 40. And I think right now it's like at a 1 to 60. I'm still holding partials. Okay. That was it. I was done. I took 2 trades. I'm done for the week. I could technically still be done, but I ended up getting into another trade today on NCAD. All right. It is, yeah, the trend is your friend. And I'm not here to say don't counter trend trade, but what I'm saying is, like, me personally, the only time you're going to really see me counter trend trade is, one, if it's a hedge. If I'm already in the buy and I can protect myself, right? I'll take the hedge on the counter trend. Or if we're coming into a perfect scenario. So for me to counter trend trade, we need to be coming into a weekly or daily candle. Okay. If we're in a weekly or daily candle that makes sense for us to distribute or accumulate out of, and I see a schematic, yes, I'm going to take it. All right. But honestly, those are really the only times I'm ever going to do that. All right. So I just wanted to clarify and give you guys some perspective, on why, pro trend trading is so important. All right. Um, bear with me. Let me see who is. I'm still getting used to my new mouse, so bear with me. let us see. I don't think Victor got on. All right, no biggie. I think he's doing something. All right, well, let's jump in it. All right, if you guys are looking at something, definitely we'll take a look at it. All right, I can tell you right now that I do have some stuff on my radar. All right, did you buy a new iMac? So I actually, just for so you guys know, I bought a new Mac Mini, but I bought a i7 processor with I threw 32 gigs of RAM in it. So this is moving a whole lot quicker than my old iMac that had 16. So I upgraded the processor. I've got a GPU in it. So this thing is running like a gaming laptop now. So we're good. Yeah, I will. Can you see EA in an hour, please? EA, sure. Unless I hope you're looking for sells on EA. That's all I'm going to say. But let's recap real quick. The trade that everyone should be in, this NZD CAD. All right. Hopefully everybody is in this thing. All right. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. I'll put the chat over here. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So let's take a look at NZD CAD from a 4-hour perspective. All right. So NZD, goodness, why am I? There we go. So NZD CAD is, where'd you get the signal? Where did I get it? We posted it in the Discord. Yeah, we posted it in the Discord. I posted it last week. If you were on the call last week, you heard me talk about it too, right? So I'm still holding a partial from down here. All right. And obviously I was holding a partial from in here. But yeah, we were talking about specifically just on a structure side, right? We made a new H4 high. This was confirmed the H4 low once we made the new high, right? This did not confirm the low until we made a new high. So as price began to pull back, all right, we just came down into a previous demand zone, right? So if we look back to what happened last week, we were in here, right? We were in here. We caught this very nice schematic off the 5-minute, came 50% of the 5-minute candle, and it was a 4-pip stop off to the races she went. So I personally was looking into this 5-minute candle right here. All right. And then just because the stop loss was a little large, I personally said that I was going to take a limit order because for me, this was confirmed. Everything I wanted to see was confirmed. I wanted to go down one time frame to the 3-minute. This 3-minute candle is what I wanted to play off of. All right. Yeah, perfect. That's what I wanted to play off of. This 3-minute candle. All right. Now for me, my stop loss was just below the wick of the 3-minute. If you go down, there is some 1-minute imbalance. But when I looked at everything that I needed to see, this 3-minute candle told me everything I wanted to. All right. So fast forward to this morning, New York session, and this is our box. This was a 3.1 pip stop for me. We come in, pay attention to how price enters our trading area, right? We start to compress very nicely. All right. We actually, if it wasn't for this area right here, I would have called this as a type 4 accumulation schematic. And, it did on the 1-minute actually create a schematic right in here. All right. So you can see your 3 drives. Price did break structure. It just never came back to retest this candle here, which would have been the entry. All right. So going on from here, if price does return, specifically in here off of the 1-minute, I would say that that'd be a viable buy scenario. I personally do not want price to come back down though. So, unfortunately, if you didn't get into this, where I want to say I'm up over a 1 to 10 on it right now. Yeah, I want to say it's up over a 1 to 10 currently. Let's just see. Oh, that's a. We'll put a. This mouse is really touchy, man. All right, so it's currently sitting at a 1 to 17. So not a bad New York session trade. It's definitely moving in the right direction. All right. So obviously targets for NCAD. All right. Ideally, I have an alert. I'm actually going to move the alert right up here now. So when we take this structure high, that's going to be very important. And ultimately, I'm going to be looking for a new H4 high, right? That's my target, new H4 high. Um, that's ultimately, I just want to continue to follow structure, right? We're just going to continue to walk it up. There is to our left, right? There are some weekly double top candles that I have every confidence that we are just going to annihilate, right? I every confidence that we're not going to stop at those. Okay. Bear with me. Hold on. Let me silence my Ring camera and give it a second. My dogs are going to go crazy because my daughter just came home from volleyball, so bear with it. Okay, so that's NCAD, right? Any questions on NCAD? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Those of you guys in the Discord, I've been talking about it for a week. Taking trades like this, is it better to have a raw spread account? No, you want an ECN account. You want an ECN account. I could tell you, so on NCAD, on my personal broker, it sucks because it was like a 3 pip spread, but on my FTMO account, I want to say it was a 1 pip spread. So yeah, especially on NZD CAD, it's low volume, so the spreads on it are pretty big. All right. So that's NZD CAD. The other trade, if you guys were on last Tuesday, shout out to whoever, I don't know who you are, but whoever told me to look at gold last week, because we looked at it. I had said I was looking at an entry around 1958, 50% of the H4. We came into it and we just melted from there. So for gold at this point, I'm really not looking for another re-entry until we take this low, right? Once we take this low, and I had this 45-minute drawn up here, I was looking at that as a point of interest, but I needed the low to get taken because right now we are just building bullish internal structure. All right. And price can just keep walking back in a complex pullback until it decides it wants to drop. All righty. So I'm going to. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Until then, I'm just going to kind of be doing, I'm just going to be watching. I'm going to be watching to see what she does. But I need the low taken. All right. I need the low taken. All right. So let's get into my watch list that I'm currently watching. All right. So ACAD I was looking at, but I'm in NZD CAD, so I don't want to take another. ACAD was pretty much the same similar scenario. It just didn't dip low enough. Now, AU is something that if you guys were in the group this morning, I was looking at AU. I don't know which actually Discord I posted it in, but I was looking at this. We are on a 4-hour time frame, right? We have just respected structure. So if this was the high when we made the new high, this confirmed this is the low. This is what's maintaining bullishness. Okay. You can see we dipped into something over here. And at this point, I need to wait for a new high to be printed before I can look for a reentry. Okay. That's ultimately what I'm looking at. If we go to what happened back here, this was a really nice reaccumulation that price just kind of took off from. The original schematic that I was looking on AU was this, and it was this morning. We did get a decent 5-minute, again, 3 drives. We got to break a structure, confirm the type 2 once we left our trading range, right? So if this is our trading range confirmed by the SC to the AR, as soon as price created this mess over here, I was no longer looking for a spring. Okay. Price ends up playing off of the 30-minute, which for me just wasn't worth it. I saw it. You can see this 30-minute right here. I saw it. I was not interested in taking it was something ridiculous, like a 11 pip stop. Yeah. I wasn't interested in an 11 pip stop. I really wanted this 5-minute in here. This 5-minute candle that was sitting right over here. That's what I was more interested in taking off of this 5-minute demand. Because in here there was if anyone has the seconds time frame, I guarantee you're going to find maybe like a 5 or a 15-second accumulation that happened in here. All right. So that's, it is what it is. At this point, for me, AU is just like in a holding area. I got to wait for us to just break and make a new high. All right. And we're slowly getting there. If price does trade above here, it's going to confirm that. Um, hey, what's up, man? You got in. You got in. I was going to send you a message. I don't know if you sent me one, man. Um, yeah, yeah. So anyway, I'm waiting for us to get above here. If we do trade above here, then my main point of interest that I want to look at is this 15-minute candle right here. All right. It's screaming at me that it's an important candle, right? So this is the candle ultimately that was responsible for breaking this high here. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at right here. This candle right here. That's what I want to play off of. But again, I gotta wait. I gotta wait for us to make a new high. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw an alert right here. And yeah, throw an alert right there. Once I get that alert, then I'll be able to do it. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Let me move this over. So that's AU. All right. Anybody have any questions on AU? Ask now. But we're ultimately going for newer highs. That's my target. All right. Everything is pointing to it. I don't know if you guys have looked at DXY. I normally do look at DXY first, but you can see we came out of an accumulation. This was a 1 hour accumulation. We had a 1 hour accumulation, and ultimately we had a reaccumulation right in here. All right, we had a reaccumulation that price ended up taking off from. We did have a gap. Now I'll tell you right now, if price does fall below here, okay, that's it. It's done. This is going. We're going to make new lows on this thing. We're going to make new lows on the dollar, meaning US dollar crosses are going to be bearish, and XXX USD is going to be going up. Okay. Yeah. So we'll look at it. Hey, if you guys want me to take a look at stuff, throw your chart in the chat. All right, and I'll look it off your chart, because if I don't have it marked up, then I don't have a top down on it. Okay. What do I think about UCAD? If you're selling, you're in good shape. That's what I can tell you about UCAD. I mean, we're bearish just by going off of, I was on Zach's session earlier, just going off of what what Zach was covering, and I agree with it. We're bearish on the weekly, bearish on the daily. We did break H4 structure on on UCAD, but to me, it's the sells are still calling for it. All right. Yeah, we'll take a look at it here. Hold on. Oh. Let's see. Why can't I? Oh, you know what? Because you put that in there. All right, we'll take a look at it. Yeah, no. I like. I mean, I'll tell you, like, so it makes sense, this play right here. I understand what you're saying. It did. It was a liquidity grab. We did have the 8. This is an H4 structure. I mean, you can listen. I'll tell you this. I personally am not taking this buy. There's far better buys that are pro trend than this. All right. I mean, it makes sense if it listen, if you're only risking 0.5% or something like that, do it. If it meets your criteria. One thing I'll tell you is if your confirmations are met for your trade, take your trade. All right. I can tell you. Let me see if UCAD's UCAD's on my secondary. So for me on UCAD, I mean, just look at the weekly. All right. You can see our weekly. No signs of slowing down. You can see my arrow there. Hold on. I guess I could delete that because we got there. Weekly, we're bearish. Daily, I mean, off the daily, we're bearish. I mean, we made a new low. I'm not really interested in taking a buy off of it. All right. Go to the 4 hour. I mean, I'll tell you right now, off the 4 hour, if this here gets broken, that's it. It's done. It's continuing down, but this price action in here tells me, that we're still bearish, I mean, even after this strong accumulation back in the middle of December, we came up, created these double tops, and price just continued to melt. So yeah. divergence on what? I saw a RSI in your chart earlier. How do you? Oh, okay. My bad, Jay. Yeah, yeah. I use it for divergence. Yeah, yeah. All right. So let's get back to the watch list though. So AU, I'm looking for buys. I got to wait for that new H1 high, and then we can go off of that. For CAD I am still right. I am still looking for buys. At this point, I want to see a couple of things, right? This H4 candle still is very important to me. I want to see if we can trade down in there, right? When we're looking at the legs that we're walking up, right? So this is a leg, right? We got another leg, and then a leg. So until we make a new high here, right? This is still a valid point of interest for me. So I would like to see something like this, some compression. Let's get into a nice accumulation, and then we buy it from here. Okay. That's ultimately what I'm looking for on CAD. This right here is the line in the sand. We cannot drop below that. All righty. But yeah, that's ultimately what I'm looking at. I'm looking down here in this H4. Really, I don't want to, I need us to go at least below this 50% area here. This is what I'm being drawn to. All right. We definitely have buyers present just by what happened in here. We have buyers. This is a valid area of demand. So I want to get, and I'm not taking an entry off a 4-hour candle. I need that schematic to print. All right. I need the schematic to print. Once it prints, game on. All right. Game on. We'll talk about ECAD. I know some people were looking at ECAD. Yeah, to me, this schematic is kind of like falling apart. It's not what I like to see. This price action in here, no bueno, man. Like you want to see, pay attention to how price when it enters the trading ranges. You want to see quick, decisive movements, right? You want to see that there's control being done. This to me is not control. This is nobody gives a crap what's going on. There's no interest to buy or sell. So that's why we're getting this, right? The algos are just doing their thing. I know it was at a really bad time. This was end of New York going into changeover. But yeah, not good at all, man. Not good at all. Hey guys, I know you guys are throwing a bunch in the chat. Just so you guys know, the chat is probably like a 3-inch box for me, and it's hard for me to keep up with it. So let's see. Hold on. All right. Yeah. CAD is good. Yep. I'm new to concepts, Traders Alliance, Discord. Take it easy, Joshua. All right. We'll take a look at these. Oh boy. All right. Hold on. We'll take a look at them. Give me a second. Sam, what do you got here? Is that the one you're looking? Hold on, I think this is the one you're looking at. Give me a sec. We'll take a look at it, and I'll get you your Sam's here. All right. Okay. All right. That's GJ. Yeah, we'll go to GJ in a sec. All right. Yeah, but here's the problem. Like, all right, we'll go. Went into the 1-hour candle on the left. All right, we'll look at ECAD first. Yeah. Let's look at ECAD first. Yeah. But this to me is just falling apart. And if we come down to the 30-minute, let me clear out this. Son, I'm in the middle. Okay. So what we got here, check the 2-hour. What am I checking the 2-hour on? Check the 2-hour of what? What am I looking at? This here? Yeah, that's fine. But we just don't, I mean, this to me is nothing. Like we've fallen apart. I mean, I was potentially looking at an accumulation. But this is nothing. I'll tell you right now, like this right here, if you gave me your money, I still wouldn't put a trade on. All right. To me, this is nothing. Yeah, it's exactly. It is garbage. Nothing. So I need us to print some definitive price action in order for me to even look at this. So we just fallen apart. All right. You can like when I get to GA, you'll know what I'm looking for. This is nonsense. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. You know what I say, man. If it ain't clean, change your screen. Move on. And that's why I had a pending, deleted it, it's gone. All right. It just to me, this is horrible price action. I want to see if we get maybe an impulse. Like if we can trade, I'll tell you right now, like if we can trade above this area here, maybe if we see, if we get something like this and then the break and there's a candle there that I can see that is the cause of that break, I'd play it like that. All right. But as it is, this schematic here for me, this price action is just invalidated. All right. We're looking for buys. That means that we want to see a lot of buyers coming into the market every time we hit a demand zone. Right. And what do you see? Like if you pay attention to what ECAD's doing, when you look at these are the buyers, right? These are the buyers. These are the sellers. All right. So I ask you, who's in control, buyers or sellers? All right. Hopefully everyone answers sellers because yes, the sellers are still in control. There is no, this here invalidates all of this crap here. So I'm not really interested in that. Yeah, it's a shame too, because I've been waiting on ECAD for 3 weeks, but who knows, one of two things is going to happen. She's either going to get divorced again and thrown off to the side of the road like she belongs, or she's going to give me a reason to buy her. So, we'll see. We'll play it off. Yeah, I mean, we still had that point of interest. Absolutely, Sam. You got it, man. We still have down here. So we can still write it out. I mean, if you look at this 2 hour, ultimately is still just walking itself down. All right. So we'll play it off of that. EG. Yeah. No, listen, ECAD is not, I'll be honest. Like I didn't even bring ECAD back into my watch list. Somebody else who I shall not name convinced me to bring ECAD back. So, yeah. So EG, listen, I got a bone to pick with EG, missed my limit order by 0.3 pipettes. We're a clean distro. We are walking itself down, right? We're walking itself down, respecting the highs. All right. Congrats to anybody that took this entry here. And if you caught the 4-hour one in here, great. I was asleep just because I sleep during London session. But and I put my limit order here, you can see my limit order. If I put the horizontal line on the 4-hour open is where I had my limit order. I don't think you can fit a paper clip in there. That's how much I missed my order by right there. That much right there. So it is what it is. You know, it sucks, but it is what it is. At this point, we are just walking ourselves down. All right, and targets are going to be the equal lows that I'm targeting right down here. These equal lows all in here. All right, around 88.60. Those are going to be the targets. We have made a new low. So structure wise, we have made a new low. So I'd be looking for entries now. All right. On this move right here, we're looking for something in here to make a new low. All right. Ideally, my point of interest that I want to see, and I haven't really looked at, I always like to work top down. So we have a 4-hour candle right here. That 4-hour candle to me potentially is something I want to see. Oh, I got the blue light off. That's what it is. You had a pending sell a bit higher into this candle. Yeah. I think I have a 5-minute, and think there's a nice entry in the 7-minute at the 4-hour open. Okay. Yeah. We'll take a look. Let me go to the 2. All right. So the 2 hours been mitigated. That 1 hour's clean. Let's just see. 45-minute. I got nothing on the 45-minute. 30-minute. Man, the 30 minutes been cleanly mitigated all the way down. Okay. Wow. All right. So somewhere in here is potential. That's going to be our slingshot candle in here. All right. So 15, 5, 3. You said the 7, 3. All right, so let's follow structure here. So this mitigated out of that. All right, so for me, all of this is clean. And then we got impulse. Got to figure out what that mitigated. Yeah, if you guys are looking in this area, that's where I'm looking. This is X marks the spot for me. That little doji is the play, the 1 hour. That's the 1 hour. Let's see. Talking about this 1 hour right here. Yeah. Let's take a look. Same area though. Yeah. You know what? Hold on. Let's get a little funky. All right. So 25 minute. 25 minute is there. 25 minute. Let's look at the 20. All right. 20, 10. Oh, there we go. There we go. I think I like that 10 better. So if that's the 10, hold on, where's that line up with the 4 hour? What are we talking here? We're talking 7 pips off that 4 hour. I do like this 10 minute right here. Yeah, I can care less about doji before imbalance. Where are you talking about doji before imbalance? Yeah, I'm on the 1 hour. You set your limit on the 10 minute. Yeah, I like that 10 minute, man. That 10 minute looks good. That 10 minute looks good. Hold on. It's an 8.3 pip stop. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like that 10 minute. That 10 minute might be the play. I like that 10 minute. I'm gonna mark it out like that. Hold on. Let me mark all right, so 10 minute SC. I'm gonna mark that up. I got my alert here. I'll look at it again, but I do like that. I like that 10 minute. Yeah. 1 hour candle at 190. All right, let's see. At 190. 190. You're talking about this candle right here? Talking about that? That's your point of interest? Yeah, but what did this do? What did this candle do? You talking like if that's your extreme mitigation candle, okay, but okay, yeah. Have at it. I mean, I personally I like that 10 minute. That's what I'm gonna go off of. I don't know yet if I'm gonna put a limit order or if I'm gonna just set an alarm and see how we trade into it. But yeah. I like EG, right? Targets again, targets should be this bad boy right over here. All right. These equal lows. And it's the start of the year. I said from the get-go, I wanted to be a little more aggressive in holding longer trades. 20-minute looks cleaner. All right, I'll look at the 20-minute, man. I thought I did, but realistically, if this is true distribution, right, then that means that we need to come to the bottom of the trading range. All right, so we're talking 1,000 pips. All righty. So, yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. So that's EG. Let's look at EJ. What do I have on EJ real quick? EJ is doing some shenanigans, right? It's literally like ECAD. We are getting just ridiculous, ugly price action right now. So if this is truly accumulation, right? So if this is accumulation here, I'm going to need a break of structure. All right. And if we look at structure from this, and this is just ugly, but structure at this point is going to be, so structure at this point is I need to come all the way up here, and that's why my alert's sitting up here. So if this is truly our spring, I need us to do this to come back down and go up. Okay. Yeah, this is garbage, and if you notice, this was all New York session. This is all New York session. So I am more inclined to let this thing come to me, right? I want to see us now trade down. This is going to be our 25-minute candle over here. This is what I want to see us trade into. All right. This candle right here. This was a previous accumulation. This 25-minute candle, I'm curious if we can trade into the body of the candle. If you look at it from here, right, this wick didn't actually touch the body. This is that LPS of this accumulation. So we can say that there's definitely some demand, right? Some buyers that are sitting in there. So I'd like to see what happens. All right. I'm actually going to set my alert over here. And wait, what were these? These were GJ. This was was this the same chart? Did I open the same chart like 3 times? That's UJ. Did I miss a chart? Hold on. If I missed a chart that you throw it back in. So UJ and GJ. All right. I got GJ here, so I'll look at GJ and then we'll go off it. EU. So here's what I got on EU, right? If you guys were on last week, I said that there was an extreme candle in here. There was a 1 minute off of this 15 in here. I personally did not take this trade. I had it marked up, but I was already in 3 trades, so I couldn't take this trade because they weren't at risk. Do I like the 126.446 on EJ? If that's where that 25-minute candle is, yeah, then that's the area. All right. I'm not setting a limit off of it. I want to see a schematic print. Okay. EU, we did have, however ugly this is, we did have a schematic print. It is a type 2 because we broke structure, right? We broke structure and we left the trading range, right? If this is our trading range, we left the trading range. This is a type 2 schematic. So at this point, I mean, I'm bullish on EU. I got to look for buys. My first point of interest is going to be this 5-minute candle right here. All right. So this 5-minute candle right here is ultimately that last push that gave us the first BOS. Overall, we broke 4-hour structure. Yes, I agree with you. Yes, we did. I'm still bullish on it though. I'm still bullish. Daily, weekly is tremendously bullish. All right. And then we have a 1 minute in here that I'm looking at. Yeah, we're touching the weekly at the high. You talking about that? Or are you talking about the bottom? Because yeah, we came into this distro here. This was a supply point. I was expecting a reaction off of that. And we tapped into, no, we're good. We're good. I didn't think we tapped it. We are touching weekly point. We can see exhaustion with price. You can see exhaustion with price. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. I mean, it's due for a correction, but I'm still looking for buys on it. All right. We did break this low right here, but we haven't broken daily structure. All right. Daily structure is still intact. Um, so I'm going to continue looking for buys. I'm not looking for sells on it, just like I'm looking for buys on GU. Um, I mean, I'm gonna trade with the trend on it. So we're massively bullish. And fundamentally, I have no faith in the US dollar. If you guys look at the fundamentals, the election finalization is going through and they're getting ready to drop some serious stimulus and print some serious money, which is going to devalue the currency. So I'm not looking at buys on it. Can you mark the daily structure? Daily structure? Yeah, we're on the daily right now. So if this was actually, it's marked already. So if this was the previous high, when we made this high, this is the low. So this is, and here, I guess I was doing this for somebody else, or maybe it was last week. I don't know. This red arrow, this is what's maintaining bullishness on the daily. So I'm going to continue to look for, if we trade into here, even better. That's a great daily candle for me. But current price action, I'm looking for buys. What we're seeing here, especially, we've broken now H1 structure, right? We've broken H1. So going off of H1, if we're just following our legs, right? We're following our legs. This was the first BOS on the H1. All right. This was the low. We made a new low that made this the lower high. So I think it will come to that daily zone you have marked up. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Again, I have no faith in the dollar. So, this is very, very bullish on the weekly, very, very bullish on the daily. So, we'll play it as it goes. What do you consider a valid retracement? So for me to get into a pullback trade, it needs to go at least 50%. But realistically, 38.2 is sufficient. So you'd sit out of you. Yeah. I mean, listen, exactly. You do what you want to do. I mean, if there's a schematic like I have, I'm playing the schematic. All right. I'll play the schematic off of it. I'm not getting into this trade because of a 15-minute structure break. I'm getting into this trade because of the accumulation that happened. All right. We'll talk about GA. So GA, I've been putting some work in on GA. Let me tell you, man. So GA daily time frame, we tapped into this daily candle here. All right. And we are showing signs of accumulation. Okay. Whether this turns into redistro, who knows? But at this point, we have a daily accumulation. Come back down into last week, our point of interest. And what we saw was price create a 15-minute schematic. All right. Originally, I was looking for price to return to this 15-minute candle after the break of structure, right? We didn't get that. But what we did get was another schematic inside of that. Okay. And that's what's key. So coming into this 15-minute candle, all right, if we come and go down to the 1 minute over here, you're going to see that price gave us a 1 minute accumulation within the 15-minute accumulation, which was within the 15 accumulation. All right. So when is a break of structure valid? When it breaks structure. I mean, when it breaks structure. Do I trade Bitcoin? I do. Yeah, I do. So here we got a very nice accumulation. If this was the low, that made this the high. When we made the next low, that made this the high because we made a new low, right? So this for me was the BOS. I took the play off of, well, I didn't take this play, not on this entry, but this was the play off of this 1 minute candle, right? It was a 3.5 pip stop. Okay. So fast forward to price now, what we wanted to see. We were looking for another entry. Price didn't give that, right? So on a creation of a new high, this confirmed this as the low. All right. So once we got the confirmation of that, now we needed to play off of something, right? And fast forward to, hold on. Let's see. So fast forward to here. All righty. What do we have? We have price create a new high. This was the previous high, which makes this the low, right? This mitigates out of here. So we are left with this 5-minute candle. 50% of that 5-minute candle sits right here. All right. I like 50%. Price does, MC is mitigation candle. It's my extreme mitigation candle. And SC is my slingshot candle. All right. I coined it. So, all right. So price, I'm looking for price to come in, and Mike candles. Yeah. Actually, listen, I got my patent office stuff. So price comes into this 5-minute candle right here. All right. And what do we see happen? All right. What do we see happen? Well, at this low, right? At this low, I'm going to show you what I was looking at. All right. So this was this morning. All right. This was this morning. And we get an accumulation schematic. All right. We get an accumulation schematic. And obviously all of this is evenly traded, but if you go to the 2 minutes, what I actually played. All right. So this 2-minute candle, that was the entry. All right. There's my entry right there. So we were talking, you could have, realistically, I could have done it with a 3.7. I just wanted to be a little extra careful. I went to the bottom of this wick. So it was a 4.8 pip stop. Price gave a really nice accumulation. And then once we broke a new high, once we took this high out here, that's obviously the signal for me to go to break even. All right. So price ends up taking off, break even it was. All right. And then, I'm sorry, that was yesterday morning. And then London session, we trade in and create another pretty decent schematic that I wasn't up for, which was right here. All right. This was a type 2. Again, no spring. We did exit the trading range and broke structure. For me, like obviously there was no entry. This happened at 4:15 in the morning, my time, but this makes this a valid point of interest. Okay. For me, this is a valid POI. Let's see. Yeah, this is a valid POI. So off is it the 30-minute? Yeah. So inside of this 30-minute here, that's currently what I want to see. All right. I know there's some distro up here. If you go to the 15, this is some distro. Like on the 5-minute, you can see it. All right. You should be able to see it. This is your trading range. All right. UTAD. This came up to test the UTAD. We broke structure. So we'll see how we'll see how it plays off. I know some people are going to look to see if they can sell this. I'm in the buy on one position, so I'm okay to sell it. I really don't want to sell it yet. I would have liked to have seen if I can get into the buy here first. All right. But I do have an alert here. At this point, I would want to see a schematic build in here for accumulation. And if I do get in here and we tap into this area over here, I'd be interested just as a hedge to take the distribution, just in case, because overall weekly, daily, 4-hour, we are bearish. So the distro would be pro trend. All right. But just because of all the schematics that we've been building down here and the efficient price action that GA has been printing, I do see us. I mean, order flow is definitely bullish. All right. If you're looking on the 15-minute, I mean, order flow is bullish. You can go to the 1 hour, even the 1 hour, we've got that order flow change, right? You can see price is just walking itself up. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Sam, bro. I honestly, man, haven't looked at GCAT in a while, dude. I don't have a top down on it or anything. No, that's GJ. Why am I getting, are you sending me the same charts? No, hold on. Hold on. There we go. That's GA. Yeah, that's where you took it off the 30-minute. What time was that at? Was that this morning? Off the 30-minute. Oh, you took it off of here. In Asian. Hold on. Where'd you take it off of? Is this current price action right here? This is, so you took it off of here? Yeah, you took it off of here, right? Let's see. Uh, you took it off of there, but is this current price action here? I'm just trying to see where the heck, so no, okay, I got you. I got you. Okay. Yeah. So the only thing for me, man, is like, I honestly wouldn't have taken this because we didn't break 5 minute structure. Like you took this entry here off of this, but we didn't have a structure break. Like if you're taking it off the 5 minute, I would have need to have seen this high taken. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken it. I needed the structure break. Yeah. Yep. All good, Ben. It worked out for you. But yeah, not me. I couldn't do that, man. I trade every trade like I'm risking $1 million. So I couldn't risk $1 million on that trade. So good luck. Good luck with that, bro. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Victor. Yeah, yeah. No, I wouldn't have done it. For me, the entry was in here. But it was off that schematic. I just was asleep for it. The schematic was the where I took it from. So yeah, yeah. So for now, for GA, I do want to see us, if we do trade down in here, I do want to see another schematic print in here to get a tight entry. All right. And if this fails, then I want to see us come down here. All right. Which is, I want to say it's the 5 minute. Yeah. Yeah. So it's obviously these are two areas where price accumulated, meaning there's demand in there. Okay. So these are my 2 points of interest. I want to see us build just like we did here and just like we did here. I want to see us build another schematic if we come down into it. All right. That's what I want to see for GA. All right. That's what I want to see for GA. That's all she wrote. Like I won't be interested in the sell unless I get into one of these buys first, just so I can hedge it. All right. What is it? Let's see. The 5 minute. You're giving me the 15 minute. What about yeah, if you want to do it, but I mean you're in the buy already, right? So you're still holding the buy, so you're good. Hedge it. Absolutely hedge it. It is distro. Um, you know, but just look at this. Just look at that. And you tell me if that's telling you to sell it, you know? So are you okay? Oh, you're not looking to sell? I thought that's what you sent me here. Um, yeah, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh well, no worries, man. We'll move on. Okay. So GJ, you're looking at sells off of this distro. So here's the only problem with GJ right now. So yeah, I see what you're talking about. We'll get to UJ in a minute. Actually, I think maybe I'll have Victor talk about UJ because I know he was looking at it. Have you thought about YouTube live stream and future calls? Uh, Probably not. Yeah, yeah, probably not. I don't know. Um, yeah, you yeah, you weren't here at the beginning when I went over DXY. I thought I went over it. We'll look at it. Let me get through this and we'll look at DXY. So GJ, right? GJ from a daily, right? GJ from a daily. We're in this complex pullback. All right, complex pullback. I am looking for potentially a reaction off of this weekly point of interest. If you go to 4 hour, all right, coming out of the 4 hour, we did have a valid accumulation. All right, valid accumulation. And this was the high. We made a new high. When we made this high, this maintained structure. Made this high, this maintained structure, right? So we are just respecting highs and lows, right, on GJ. So I mean, like I don't see a reason to sell this. yet. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, you can see I said possibly the start of distribution. Um, I'm just this move right here was weak. That was weak. Check the 8 hour on that. Sure. Hold on. Let's see. The 8 hour. What about the 8 hour? What am I looking at on the 8? Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I would need a significant. He's talking about the SC. Uh, yeah. I took the buy here. We caught the buy here. Um, okay, hold on. Let's take a look. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, for the buy, you mean? I got you. Um, yeah, but what's that stop loss, man? Look at that stop loss. That's no bueno for me, man. I'll be honest, like the days of me taking anything over a 10 pip stop loss are long gone. Um, yeah, I couldn't do that. I mean, I agree, buys. Absolutely. I agree, buys. If like for me, I want to see, and this is potentially what I would like to see. So we do have this H1 candle here, right? We do have that H1 candle there. So in a like perfect world, if I was like the Picasso of Wyckoff and I could draw out what I wanted to happen, it would be something like this. So buying climax, secondary test, up thrust, UTAD. We get a shakeout into the H1, right? Everyone's thinking distro, kind of like this, right? And then that's our creek, jump our creek, break structure, play off of something down here, and distro turns into reaccumulation, right? I could see that playing out. Nice play out there. All right. Let's see. There was a nice accumulation yesterday in GJ at 140.50. Yeah. I saw it. I'll be honest. Like I know Sam. I think you were looking at it. I just to me like there was cleaner setups. Um, at the end of the day, I don't need it. Yeah, it was right in here. Yep, this was the accumulation. There was just cleaner setups for me. All right. GA gave me the best setup yesterday. So I wasn't looking at that. Well, just below, but my entry, I thought it was 140 point. Oh, wait. Yeah. You caught this right here. Yeah. So for me, like when you're looking at this schematic here, so let's just walk it down. This is the low. This is the next low, so that makes this the high. And then this is the low, which makes that the high. So when you broke this was your entry right here. That's where you should have taken it off of that. That would have been the entry because that was a confirmed spring, and you could have taken it. I'll tell you right now, I would have taken it off that 1 minute. Which what time is this at? This was at 8:58. So I would have taken like 50% of this 1 minute right there. So you were looking at something like that. Stop loss just below the wick. That's a 2.2 pip stop loss, and God knows where the heck that thing went. Is there? Yeah, it is. Like I was looking at it. Let's see. It isn't a point of interest. Just not something I wanted to. Not something I wanted to take. So it accumulated. Was it 140.50? Right? Yeah. So it was this. Here's the point of interest. So 4 hour candle. Yeah, 4 hour candle. So remember I said I like 50s and 80s. This came into this candle is our SC candle. So all right, slingshot candle. It is the candle that broke structure, the cause of that candle, right? So this was the point of interest. All right. And then that's where that accumulation happened. All right. Um, nice. You waited for the sign of strength. Yeah, not on a type 1. For me, I don't need the sign of strength. I just need the break of structure and I go. Um, my point of interest on GA, it's just look at London's accumulation from yesterday. Um, it's in the 5 minute. Just like real quick, it'll be this right here. The point of interest for me for the buy is in this accumulation that happened here during London session, or this one in here that happened in New York yesterday. These are my only 2 points of interest. I could care less about anything in between. All right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll put it on like right within 30 minutes after we get on. It'll be on YouTube. So it'll be on my YouTube page. Uh Yep, exactly, bro. A lot of billions went into those orders. Well, I don't know, maybe billions. GA is not a very voluminous candle, man. What about GJ? GJ? It's the H1. Just go to the H1 candle. Yep. This H1 is my point of interest here. That's what I want to see. Or, right? Or at this point, I mean, we're just following structure, right? We're respecting the highs and lows. So if I'll tell you right now, if price trades back down into this area here, uh, specifically like in that, and we see a schematic, I'm going to take the schematic. All right. We're bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily, bullish on the H4, bullish on the H1, bullish on the 30-minute, bullish on the 15. Currently, we're bullish on the 5, and I guarantee you we're probably still bullish on the 1. So all of that tells me look for buys. All right. Um, yeah. So if we trade back into this price action in here, it'll probably be while I'm sleeping. But hypothetically, if London wanted to drive it up a little higher, and then New York session gave us the pullback, if we do get into a schematic here, I will buy it up from there. Okay. When do I consider a trend change? On a higher time frame break of structure, like a weekly or daily. Yeah, yeah. What is that? Oh yeah, is that my YouTube channel? Perfect, man. Thank you, thank you. All right, so GU, this son of a gun. I know, bro. Yeah, me and Victor were trying to catch this down in here. It was yesterday, dude, wasn't it? Do you still use fibs? Yeah, I use fibs. Not for entries though. More for just measuring. Um, yeah, so we traded perfectly into this 4-hour candle. And if you go to what happened yesterday morning during New York session, I was giving this out to some guys too. We did have a type 2 schematic, right? On the break of structure and the exit of the trading range, it confirmed the type 2. I'll be honest, like I know we both were contemplating taking this entry right here, but it was something I don't remember what it was. It was like an 8-hour or an 8 pip stop loss, and we wanted the extreme. We wanted price to come down here to go higher, and then of course it never flipping came back, man. Yeah, you get greedy, man. You get greedy sometimes. You'll look and you're like 7 pips. I'm not taking a 7 pip stop loss you know yeah, perfect. Yeah, it was perfectly on the 2-hour. Yeah, came into the 4-hour point of interest. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So now, I mean, and I mean, just look what happened, right? So what do we do from here? We did create, let's see, so 30-minute, right? I wanted to see us get above all this junk here, which we did. So at this point, I want to see how we're going to trade. Let me see what the next point of interest is going to be. There we go. All right. So for me, this is going to be my point of interest in here. So I want to see what happens if we start to see some compression in here, which I would hope we would. This is where I'm going to be I'd take an entry from here. Keep in mind that leg wise, right? We are still, this is the bottom of the leg. This is the top of the leg, right? We are still in that leg. So realistically, this is still what's maintaining bullishness, not this. But for me, this would be a slingshot candle or a decisional candle here, and our extreme would be down in here. All right. So these are this is point of interest number one. Down here is point of interest number two. All right. This area down here, we got some imbalance resting in here. So this would be the extreme. This is my slingshot area. All right. Am I still in replay mode? Yeah. I mean, just for this. Hold on. Just so I could see the price action. Yeah, just so I could see the price action. Yeah. So, yeah, but ideally, I want to see, if anyone was not convinced that this was not bullish, this is what we're heading for, right? So we've broken all the significant highs. All right. I know a bunch of people are trying to sell it from here. Yeah. It's thoughts on ECAD. Yeah. We covered ECAD, man. Check the 30-minute on GU. Sure. Hold on. You'll see it on the record. Yeah. Ken, please take a look at gold. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm looking for buys all the way. All right. But remember, this is still one leg, right? This is one impulse. So we want to see price come back. Inside of this H1 is ultimately our extreme. All right. That's what I want to see. Let's look at the 30-minute. Let's see. 30-minute. What am I looking on the 30-minute? Why wouldn't I try and sell off the H1 before the big drop? Talking about up here? Juan, is that what you're talking about up here? Yeah. Why wouldn't I try to sell it? Because look at it. What about this right here is telling you that we're going to sell off of here? Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. This here is not structure. Just so you guys know, anything in here is not structure. Okay. Like really start to pay attention to your structure. Okay. When we did this, like if we just go through here, so this was the high, right? When this happens here, right? When this happens here, this is your low down here. All right. Not this. This is not structure because this did not make a new higher high. This is structure. All right. We didn't break any structure. All right. This is bullish. I have no reason to try to sell it. I mean, yeah, I have no reason. Now, I would love it. It would give more confluence. I'll tell you right now, like I would be a happy camper if we did this because now this confirms at this new high, right? If this is the new high, this confirms this is the low. We know that this is what's maintaining bullishness. We have an extreme mitigation candle in here and potentially a slingshot candle right there on the 4-hour. All right. That would be my 2 points of interest. Okay. Yep. Same as AU. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Hold on. Let me try to catch up, man. Catching a knife. Yep. You know it, man. Line shark is bullish. Oh, the line chart talking about? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're bullish all day long. We're bullish thinking hoping so much more could execute trades better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, GU, I'm looking for buys. Like I said, I mean, I want to see it either down here and off this 4-hour. I'll tell you right now, if this happens during London, that's POI number 1, and then we're looking down in here. Those are going to be the 2 points of interest, right? And then this is where we're going to make the money right here. Find the schematics. That's where we want to see it. Around structural supply. Yeah, you could, Victor. Yeah, exactly. Victor said. So if in fact there was distro in here, right? We understand that there is supply, and I'll even let him talk about it if he wants, but there is supply based off of the distribution. So what happens? So you're going to potentially start to see distribution in here, right? UT, UTAD, and then what's going to happen? We're going to get this here. It's going to fall down, jump of the creek, break of structure. You're buying from here to go up on a reaccumulation. And my bad, I'm still getting used to the mouse. So, but that drawing was ugly, but that's what it is. All right. Do I trade every day? No, I don't trade every day. And how long do I spend in front of the charts? That's a different story. I may only take 2-3 trades a week, but I'm in the charts all the time because I'm always either back testing or I'm looking to see what I missed, or going over, I mean, heck, Victor and I can spend probably 4 or 5 hours a session each day just going off over charts and what we want to see and how price reacted. And, I mean, that's even though I'm not trading, that's ultimately what I'm spending most of my time doing. How many pairs do you usually watch? It all depends on what the week brings. So how I separate my stuff, secondary watch list, is stuff that on a weekly and daily time frame is nearing a point of interest. Once it gets in the point of interest and my alarm goes off, it goes to my primary. Once the primary, these are the things I'm watching with alerts. Once my confirmations are met, they go into, I don't have any pendings yet, but let's just say hypothetically, we'll just say EN. Once my confirmations were met on EN, I have a pending order. Pending order is there, and these are the ones that I'm physically watching price action on. All right. So that's how I organize it. I can't, like, to me, it's not a matter of I only watch 5 pairs. I only watch 10 pairs. I'll trade anything. I don't care. As it's got to just be on a higher time frame. My analysis aren't done. If you notice, I start on a weekly, daily, and 4-hour. I'm not on a 1-minute chart or a 5-minute chart. I look for my entries on a 1-minute and 5-minute, but for the most part, all the analysis is based off of a higher time frame. So hopefully that answers that. When to move to break even, when it profits. Yeah. When you break a structure. So if your entry is off of a 15, like for me, if my entry is off of 15 minutes, I need a 15-minute break of structure. And then I go to break even. If I'm off a 1 minute, I go to a 1-minute break of structure, go to break even. If I'm playing off of a 4-hour structure, I need to wait for the 4-hour break of structure before I go to break even. That's how it is. I need the break of structure. I've going back into my journal, and Victor can attest to this. So many times we got taken out of trades because we moved our stop loss too soon, and the trade ends up going for like a 1 to 100. And when the bias is correct, you're going to get the R to R. So I've already made the conscious commitment to risk whatever money I'm throwing in on it, and at that point, I got to go with it. I'm not gonna shy away from the trade and get a little head shy and not take the trade based on what I want to see. All right. So for me, break of structure, I'm golden. All right. Let me catch. Who is Victor? He's my trading partner. He's on the call. He'll jump on here in a second. Let's see. Passing FTMO, risk management, man. And listen, here's my best advice for you on FTMO. All right. Everyone gets really bogged down with the time, 30 days, 30 days, 30 days. Go back in your journal. All right. Look at what your R to R is. All right. If you're risking 0.5% per trade, and for the last 3 months, you have been making 15, 20% every month, then what are you worrying about? 10% is nothing. All right. If you're making, now if you're not consistent on your own account and you jump into an FTMO challenge, first of all, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be a successful trader on your own before you go to be a funded trader. All right. Has GU created a valid higher low on the daily because we have broken the previous higher high on the daily? On the daily, what are you talking about? You talking about this right here? This? That's not, we haven't broken a higher high yet. I mean, on the line chart, I guess we have. But once we do, yes, this will be the higher low right here. Absolutely. Um, I mean, I don't need to look at the line chart, I can tell, but yeah, technically we have. Yeah. So this just printed the higher low. Absolutely. Aha. Do you I don't have a recording on structure. I don't, sorry. Did you learn from trade house teachers? No, I mean, I'll tell you, like Zach McDonald was probably the biggest influence guy from Trade House that I learned from. Um, I jump on his sessions every now and then if you're an IM, and I jump on Mike Navarrette's a lot too. So, um, what do you risk? I risk 1/4% per trade, no more, no less. Always 1/4%, unless I'm split, unless I'm twin trading, and then I'll do a eighth of a percent. Uh, how to consider to make a video to journal properly, man. Listen, you think my videos are long now. If you want me to do a video on how to journal, we'll be here for probably like 12 hours. Um, I'll tell you this, I spend probably 10 times as much time journaling than I do actually trading and marking up charts. Does FTMO pay out well? I mean, it pays 70% of your profits. So, you know, if you make 50, or if you make 25K in a month, yeah, you're getting paid well. If you only make a $500, you're not getting paid well. You know what I mean? Um, are you a professional, successful trader? Yeah, I mean, I do it full time. What advice do you give beginners? I started 3 months ago. Don't rush it. That's the advice I give you. Don't rush it, and um, don't fall into the fallacy that this is easy. All right. This takes a lot of hard work. This takes a lot of commitment, both psychologically and from a technical point of view. All right. What you give in practice is what you're going to get in return in real life. So get on a demo account, perfect your art, perfect anybody that knew me a year ago and sees how I trade now, I bet they would say that I am trading more in a professional manner. I'm trading with a more a better sense of what the market is doing. All right, and that's just based on the amount of time that I've put into back testing, learning. I mean, if you saw my journal books, you would probably throw up at the cost of the ink, because I put everything in color, at the cost of the ink that I put into them. All right. So yeah, Victor said it right, man. You learn from journals, man. So you need a break above the wick for you to consider a higher high. I don't need the break above the wick. But like on this daily, like I just want the confirmation. Like I don't want to be like, maybe that's a break of structure. Like I want us to just break structure, like this here wasn't a break of structure, right? This was the break of structure. So that's what I want to see. All right. Do it, bro. I'm telling you, man, that's going to be a long video, man. Uh, I could take the day off of work. Yeah, but then I got to take the day off of work. That's the problem. For me to make that long of a movie, I got to take a day off of the charts. I got to take a day off of doing my own stuff. How do you keep learning, or who about trading? I mean, here's the thing about trading, right? You can never have too much knowledge in trading. Even if you're learning from someone who's bad at trading, you're at least learning what not to do, right? So like I still, jump on people's sessions that may not trade the same way I do, but at least they're giving me a different perspective, right? One of the worst things that I've learned in trading is you can get tunnel vision. So you can get so fixated on your bias that you marry that bias and you don't see everything that's going on. One of the things that I do is if I am not 100% sure on something, I leave. I go for a walk, I go to the gym, I go for a run, I'll come back and relook at the chart. Or, and this is why having a trading partner is so important, is I'll send my chart to my trading partner and be like, what do you think? And normally I get something that's a counter trend trade. Why are you doing that? Or, nope, that's structure is wrong on that. So you want to have an accountability partner. Okay. Damn, dude, I'm trying to catch up, man. Hold on. Okay, we'll follow you. I tested that. Yeah, thanks, Ray. Thanks. Um, way less trades and more methodical. Yep, I do, man. I tell you, my overall goal is to take 2 or 3 trades a month. Um, PDF files with nice schematics. Um, I'll be honest, man, I created mine. Like I literally sat here and drew them up one time. Yeah, yeah, you can go into that. I'll tell you right now, these right here aren't, well, first of all, there's only, I think, two, right? One and two. Yeah, there's only two. There's a total of 8 accumulation schematics, 7 distributions, 4 reaccumulation, 4 redistribution. So, and you're not going to find a lot of that on the internet. Which books do you, okay, so book wise, Ruben Villahermosa on Amazon. Just type in Wyckoff Methodologies by Ruben Villahermosa. That was the most influential book so far for Wyckoff for me. Anything by Jesse Livermore. He has like 3 books, specifically a lot on Richard Wyckoff. Those are some key books that I've read. And then I'll tell you right now, you can't go wrong mindset wise with Mark Douglas. Okay. Where do you find the other schematics? Man, I don't even know where I found them. Like you, man, I don't even know where I found them. I mean, I'll tell you right now. Here, you want to know exactly? Hold on, let's see. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm pulling up this icons. Hold on. Let this open up. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Sam. Thanks. Okay, so hold on. Give me a second. I'm looking. Okay, here we go. You guys want to know where all the schematics are? It's right here. Oh, stop. Where are you? There we go. These are all your schematics. These are all of your schematics in Wyckoff. These are what the schematics are. This right here, right? An ascending or so symmetrical triangle, ascending triangle. These are type 4s. This is a type 2. The cup and handle, I think, Victor, correct me if I'm wrong, type 5. The bullish flags or the bearish flags, right? Those are type 3s. Double bottoms, double tops, right? Those are type 4 reaccumulation or redistributions. So these work, right? These all work. That's why some retail traders have success with them. The key is knowing what phase of the market you're in. If you catch them in phase C of the schematic, you're going to win them. Okay. So that's enough on that. Let's go back to here. So I don't want to be on here too late. I gotta finish putting it together, this monitor. We'll close that out. But yeah. Well, I mean, maybe one day, like I'll have the time to do that, man. But yeah, that's why the retail, I'm trying to catch up here. That's why retail sometimes works. Ultimately a type 2 schematic is just an inverse or a regular head and shoulders pattern. That's all it is, but yeah, ultimately that's what it is. All right. So GU bullish, man. I'm bullish. We're going to make a new high. NJ. So NJ, I'm still bullish. I mean, we are coming into this distro supply point, right? We did have some distro that I wanted to sell, but this happened at 4:45 on Friday and I just wasn't going to take it. Any tips on counter trends? What do you mean by tips on counter trends? When you add your video on YouTube, can you please keep the part where you answered our questions? I write your answers on my paper as I give my advice. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. I don't how to trade the counter trend. I mean, if you want my answer, how I trade the counter trend, it's easy. I don't trade the counter trend. To me, I don't trade it unless, I'll tell you right now. So like GA was counter trend, right? This is extremely counter trend. The only reason I traded it was because of the schematic, and I know, I was willing to put the 0.25% down on the trade, but all of this happened, all of this happened. It wasn't until this 1 minute accumulation that I was able to put risk on. All right. And then I had to wait. All of this happened. It wasn't until here that risk was able to be put on here. Okay. Yeah, here, hold on. I'll throw my YouTube. Hold on. Here it is right here. Boom. There it is right there. All right. That's my YouTube. Yeah. So that's how I trade the counter trend. I need, in order for me to take a counter trend move, I need a valid point of interest where a schematic is printed. That's what I demand. All right. UChef, I was looking for sells on UChef, but I honestly, it kind of just, this actually should go on my secondary because I just ran out of stuff to look on it. You always look at zones before an entry. I personally do. If I don't need it necessarily, but in order to get into a trade, I need to see a valid supply or demand zone, which is ultimately your distribution or accumulation area. Okay. But that's pretty much all I was looking at, right? Thank you. We'll take a look at this UJ. Man, I don't know what you're looking at though. Hold on. Let me look. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Hey, Victor, I'll unmute you, man. You wanna jump on and go over anything you're looking at, bro?
Sorry, I just got back like 2 seconds ago. I missed
my
pretty much
goodness.
everything you were talking about, so my bad. I don't even know what you're looking at, but pretty sure you,
Yeah, it's the
based
same
on what I was seeing from before, I think you went over
Yeah.
almost everything.
We covered everything we're looking at, man. I just didn't know if you had any wild cards. I know normally I'm the one with the wild card, but here I'll talk about gold real quick. So gold in a nutshell, like I said, I need for us to make a new low, and once we make a new low, then I'll be able to look
So-
at some other stuff. What's up? Go ahead.
I know people were asking about structure and stuff like that. I think gold is really easy to explain it on.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I heard you talk about schematics. One thing people shouldn't get confused with is there are like 7 million schematics you could try and study. Most of them you'll never see. 90% of them will never work. And 99% of them you won't trade. Because
Right.
when Mike and I look at them, it's 99.9% of the time it's a type 1. And then occasionally a type 2. But the way that a type 2 works out is when you have a type 2 schematic overall, but there's a type 1 inside of it.
Yeah.
That's all that it is.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And
to make
a type 1 is going to get you your best entry. There's no there.
Exactly.
You have the spring, break a structure, enter. You know what I mean? It's that
That's
thing.
it.
Everything else involves high stop losses and a lot of like ascending wedges. You got to wait. That's when the break and retest works. You got to wait for it to break out and retest the zone. Yeah, no, it's you're not getting
we
a good
don't even.
R.
We're not even looking at those.
Yeah.
And then, so people don't get confused with schematics. All you need to understand is a schematic is just equal. Like, let's say you're looking at an accumulation. It's just equal lows, FU candle, break a structure, mitigation, and that's all that it is. There's nothing to it. Like you have your selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test. Maybe you have a secondary test in phase B, maybe you don't. Maybe you have a spring, or you have like the two combined, break a structure. It's not like we make it seem, I guess, more complicated than it is, but it actually isn't. So
Yeah.
people don't really need to get too caught up in it. Just remember, equal highs, equal lows, FU candle, break a structure to the opposite side, and you're looking for that mitigation.
Yep. And then you can start focusing on the price action at all of the.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. The price action
Yeah.
at all of the points, right? Because like a lot of times people will see something like this, right? Something like that, and they'll just start labeling stuff, SC, ST, they'll make this like the AR, right? You gotta, it's not just labeling, it's understanding what happens at all of these points and the reaction that price gives you at these points. You know what I mean? You really want to take a look at it from not only a technical side, but a practical side, right? like we talked about earlier, like ECAD, right? ECAD was slowly starting to give us a schematic, right? But then we got this, right? We got this. This to me is nothing, right? This to me invalidates everything they did today, because this shows me that buyers are not in control. Because if buyers were in control, we would have shot this up and then done it up here to show that sellers were not, there wasn't a lot of volume coming in for sells. All right. But that's ultimately how I look at it. Yeah. Did you want to talk about anything on gold? Because like I said, the only thing I'm waiting for now, I have in my alert down here. I need us to make a new low. So make a new low, and then we'll play something off of it.
Just remember, when we're looking at gold, we did. I think there's still a weekly target, but we did hit a monthly target, and we are within that weekly/monthly leg. We are within that weekly/monthly bullish leg, so we did pull back into the leg. Like there's nowhere else to pull back into.
Yeah.
Let me see. This was the last on. So right here, it's just the last unmitigated candle. You could see it right there. Right. Hold on. Where are you now? Weekly?
Yeah. Weekly.
Go monthly, real quick. I just want to see. Oh, and you have a different. And you and your
FX, dude. Don't even tell me to put no FXCM on, bro.
Oh no, wait. Gold is Oanda. So yeah, so that last candle right there. You see that last one? Like everything below is mitigated.
Wait. Hold on. Just for Jay.
That monthly.
Just for Jay, who's on the call. Hold on.
What is that? Oh, there you go. 50. Your famous 50.
50%, man. Yeah. Let's see.
50.
Sounds good, bro. Have a good one, man. What do I think about market geometry? I'll be honest, like for me, like the measuring the legs and, okay. I'll tell you this. I believe in some of it. I do. I believe that we're going to get odd number legs, 3, 5, 7, 9. I believe, but do I go in, do I measure each leg that the next leg is going to be, this ratio of the previous one? No, I don't do that. Why don't I use FXCM? Because it's garbage. Because they manipulate. Look at the candles. Next time you're looking at FXCM, go to another broker and go to your broker and look at the candles, and the candles are going to be wrong. They're going to be different. So, I would just keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't use FXCM. I use Oanda, right? So,
I'm the one that uses FXCM.
Yeah. Victor uses FXCM, and it's always funny because when we're comparing our charts and going over notes, like we always have discrepancies, and then we have to go to our broker and look at the broker page. And on MT4, the broker page is ridiculous, especially when you're going back a month. All because he doesn't want to go to Oanda. So, yeah. That's how it works. But yeah, so that's what I got on gold. I mean, I honestly don't have anything else. I mean, that's pretty much, golden for the watch list for this week. I mean, that's more than I normally have on my watch list. So, and on the secondary, I got nothing. I mean, EA, I know people were looking at EA, but like I told a bunch of people, look at it. I mean, let's just look at it. I mean, on a daily, I need to move this over this stupid screen. On a daily, we're bullish, or sorry, we're bearish, right? On a H4, we're bearish. On a H1, we're bearish. On a 30-minute, we're bearish. On the 15-minute, we're bearish. On the 5-minute, we're bearish. We may have had a break of structure on the 1-minute. Yes, we did. Maybe, but I don't, I don't see any buys coming in. Obviously, like we were looking at
trend.
Yeah, we were looking at some buys here off of the schematic, but it was like nothing about it told me to buy it. We did have a decent structure break, and you could see the reaction it did give, but then it just melted. So the Australian dollar is just way too weak right now, or way too strong right now. Did you say you thought gold will reach 1889 even with a weak dollar? So if the dollar's weak, gold goes up. Just so you know. Yeah. Like the correlation on gold and the dollar. So if dollar goes down, gold goes up. All right. Just yeah. And, you know, if you're going to correlate gold, XAU, and USD, the one thing I'll tell you is always compare it to the 10-year treasury note. Okay. That's how I get my, you know, just going into like correlated pairs. 10-year treasury note is what I look at. So they correlate. So you can see we're currently bearish on the note, right? 10-year treasury note is bearish. We've just broken structure. And if we take this low down here, that's going to be significant. So yeah. What do we got here? Hold on. What we got here, XAU USD. Yeah, I mean, that is so this is, you know, actually, I don't know if this is a valid point. Hold on. I don't know if that's a valid point. I don't know if that actually did anything. Oh, geez, look at this markup. This is on forex.com. Wow. This is normally how my charts look. All right, hold on. Let me go to the other gold because that looks horrible. Active orders, gold. It correlates with gold. So yeah, 10-year treasury note correlates with gold. All right, so you're talking about this. Which 4-hour candle are you talking about? You're talking about that one right there. You're talking about that one right there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you get distro in there, sure. To me, that candle didn't do. Let's see, did we break? Hold on. All right, so it did. I mean, yeah, it did. Okay, that candle would be considered the. I mean, it's not that candle though. Maybe here, let's see. What's the 8-hour look like? Nope. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I wouldn't consider that to be anything.
No, nothing at all. I mean, maybe the 45-minute, maybe the 45-minute. What do you think? Maybe the 45-minute. You could say that's the 45-minute decisional.
I mean, you can look at every single candle that way, and you'll be like, it's that one and that one and that
but
one.
to me, yeah, there's nothing in here of value because it literally. So the way I'm looking at this, we definitely reacted perfectly, right? Price sold off, right? This was profit taking. That's why we saw this right here. This was people taking profits, right? When people are in a sell, when they're shorting the market and they take profits, it automatically their closeout sell turns into a buy order. So that's why we saw this sideways. And then what happened? We got more selling power coming in, a little profit taking, more selling power taking in. And that's what this is right here. This is not, for me, this is not a schematic. This is not a schematic at all. This is people deciding whether or not they want to keep closing out positions that are creating buy orders. And eventually we're just going to get more sellers to come in, hopefully. Now, if not, and we do get a decent schematic, then you know what, I'll buy it. No big deal. I mean, I'm still holding portions of this sell. You know, I've partialed out, but I'll keep an eye on it, you know. What do you got, Julio? Let's see, bro. On NU. Yeah, I mean, you can, dude, but here, like I said, my problem is this, right? I am bullish on AU and I'm bullish on NZD CAD. So if I'm bullish on NZD CAD and AU, which correlates to NU, right? There has to be divergence between the two. Let's just look at it. Hold on. There has to be divergence between NZD USD and we'll go to forex.com. Let's look on a 4-hour. And then let's come on line chart. And then let's AUD, come on. Let's see if there's divergence. All right. So do we see divergence? So Well, no divergence yet. This didn't make a lower low yet on the line chart on the 4-hour. Let's see the last question. If you would learn trading again, what would you first focus on? Structure. Focus on structure. Structure is the be all end all. All right. Structure is the key to everything in this market. And a lot of people don't understand structure with, with really any good authority, and they need to. So,
And don't wait to start journaling.
yeah. Journal. I mean, start journaling everything you do now. Focus in, figure out, here's a good thing, right? And this is something that we always do. Figure out why the market reacted there, right? Don't just move on, right? If I'm looking at a trade and the trade misses my entry or hits my stop loss, I just don't delete the chart and go on about my day. I go in and I look, well, why did I miss the chart? Why did I miss this trade? Or why did it hit my stop loss? Like I go in there and determine what the heck I want to see, right? Yeah, Julio, man, I don't see any divergence, man. I mean, this made a lower low. Hold on. So on this low, we're still lower low. We did make higher high. We did make higher high. Yeah, I mean, I don't see divergence. So there's no divergence. I'm still maintaining my bias that AU is bullish. Oh yeah. So I can't. I mean, your chart, fine. I mean, I agree with it. You broke structure. You broke H4 structure, or I want to say that. I don't know if that may be H4 structure, right? Is that the leg? You broke the leg?
Yeah. So if you're looking at this, like, let's say you do want to sell it for whatever reason, it is bullish, and you think that you're inside a complex pullback, then figure out what your targets are. Because if it's going to be a short pullback, just know exactly that you're counter trend trading and to where.
Yeah.
And once you get there, buy it back up again.
Yep.
You don't want to be in a counter.
Yeah. Pull out and yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. Hold on. So I had the reaccumulation here. Dude, this isn't a break of structure. This isn't a break of structure. This is a leg. We didn't break structure at all. To me, this is the leg. This was nothing. Do you see the same? Do you see it the same way?
Well, I mean, H4, just go to daily.
Yeah.
Let's find where the leg is.
Hold on. So
let's find the actual leg. There's the leg.
Yeah.
H4, I mean, daily, go to 2 days so it's cleaner.
Oh, wait, 2 day. Hold on.
Just type in 2D.
No, I got it, bro. I got it.
Yeah. Like, I just want to find the entire, there has to be a leg somewhere that we can see. Okay, go back to the daily maybe. Let's see the daily.
I might go to the 12-hour. Hold on.
Yeah, well, okay, on the daily, you could see where the leg is. So that is the full leg.
Yeah. This is our leg right here.
Yeah, so expecting from looking at this, I don't know if there's a small imbalance right where that doji, right above that doji at the bottom of the leg. Is there a small imbalance there?
Right here?
Yeah, is there an imbalance there? Yeah,
yeah. Could be. Hold on. I'll look, but
did we fill it? I think we filled it.
Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
No, we didn't.
No. So there's an itty bitty one. I mean,
just understanding, all I'm looking for is I'm looking for a target because it's a bullish leg. It's pulling back inside a bullish leg. So you want to ask yourself a question, where is it pulling back to? And when is it going to continue with the directional bias? Because until we break daily structure, H4 structure doesn't matter. It's like you can't give precedent to H4 over daily, and you can't give precedent to daily over weekly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the higher time frame always trumps lower time frame.
Exactly.
But yeah, when I look at this, this because this was the high, this is the leg. You know, that's how I look at it. You know, this here is not, you know, that's not valid structure for me. So yeah, like
it is a clean break from here.
yeah,
It's a clean break.
here,
Like
so
that.
here's a good thing, right? So like if I were gonna trade this counter trend, right, and say hypothetically in a perfect world, I don't even know what this is going to be a stop loss of. Let's see. Yeah, never in my life will I ever take a 16 pip, but let's just say hypothetically I'm going to do that, right? Hypothetically, we will see a reaction from this H4, right? Let's just say we go 50% of the H4. Maybe that'll make it 9. There we go, right? We will see a reaction. So hypothetically, where would my targets be? Probably back into this H4, you know, maybe something like that to fill the imbalance, you know, a nice little, and for me, my trading plan says if it's not a minimum of 1 to 10 potential, don't even bother, you know, wasting the time and your wrist to mark it up, you know. But if you're looking for a 1 to 7, that's it. You know what I mean? Like take your close out 90 or 75% of your trade here and just see if you can catch a break of structure. But you know, yeah, to me, this is just a complex pullback, you know, like Victor said, you know, this right here, this is just a complex pullback. And this could be, you know, we could come down and fill this gap right here. You know, this could take another low, and then that would be the catalyst to go higher. Or from here, we can just go higher, you know. I mean, we did do 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, I could see a third. I could see a third leg on the H4 coming down.
No, hold on. 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then potentially 5 in
5.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
This might not be, I mean, all that bad, because this is similar to what we looked at on gold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it looks exactly like on gold.
Or I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
smell, looks similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. This personally, I would watch it. This wasn't even on my radar. Okay, but personally, this is something I'm going to put on my watch list, and I'm going to be watching this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I had it. You can see I have my alert sitting over here. I wanted to see what price was going to do when we got back up there, but
yeah, I
just
haven't looked at NU in a while.
yeah. I'm bullish on AU. So if I'm bullish on an AU, I'm not going to trade NU on a sell. Like I can't inverse correlate them like that, you know? So
Yeah, I don't look at that. I just look at the pairs individually.
oh, come on, bro. Come on.
I'm just technical. That's it, dude.
Yeah.
That's all I could do. That's all I could do. I don't know anything else. It's
yeah.
that, I mean, like it,
Yeah.
you know.
So indicators,
And
yeah.
by the way, and Mike, you know this. It'll
Yeah.
come into that H4 candle. It'll tell us exactly
yeah.
whether it's going to continue or it's
Yeah.
going to give us.
Yeah, you'll see it. So listen, you're gonna get this and Julio, if you're gonna trade it, this is what I would suggest. You got to watch the price action. Get down on like the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and you want to see price do this, right? You want to see price start to compress. And if you get that nice compression orderly, like the market is trading like it's supposed to, you're probably going to get a nice break of structure and take it down. If not, you're going to get this. It's going to do one of two things. It's going to do that, or it's going to go like that. And it's not going to, you're going to get like wide compression. It's going to look like crap. And then boom, it's going to ride it. And it's not like it's going to tap, come down and go up. No, it's literally just going to run right through it. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Typically that's what it's going to do.
Yeah. You'll know exactly what it is, man. But that's pretty much it. That's all we got, man. Like it's, you know, last week I'm slowly getting back into the new year.
Hey, Mike, sorry. What's that blue? Because I don't have my chart in front of me. What's that blue highlighted area? Where are we reacting from? Is this a weekly, a daily? What do you have there?
Hold on. I
Like,
think it's
where
the week.
are we
I think
on
it's
the chart?
I think it's
Most
the
important.
I think it's the weekly, bro.
It's the weekly, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
It's that
the weekly.
distro. It's the candle. Hold
It
on.
is
Wait.
okay.
Hold on. I know you don't do this kind of stuff because you're just the technical guy, but hold on.
Yeah. We came to the 50%.
Hold on.
No, but this is technical. I know.
Hold on. There
What are
you
gonna do,
go.
once it's a wick?
There you go. Yeah, but look at the weekly here, man. Look at that. This here, right?
Yeah.
When I see this is not very convincing that we're gonna sell.
Right. And like we just filled out 3/4 of that weekly imbalance right there too. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Yeah.
that whatever that candle is, whether it's a reaccumulation, I don't know what it is in there, but Bottom line is we are reacting from a weekly. It's a distro. It's send to break a structure down. I remember this chart now. And we could see a pullback. I mean, it's
Well,
not.
I mean, if I'll tell you this, if there was ever going to be a pullback on NU, right, it would be from here, because we had a weekly distribution, we had a daily distribution, and then a 4-hour distribution. There is a crap ton of supply sitting in here, right? Sellers galore. All right. This is like the Payless shoes or the Dollar Tree of selling opportunity right here. Like everyone is there sitting. So, and that's obviously, you could see the weekly reaction we got off of it. I mean, and just look at the potential that we have, right? I mean, realistically, we could come into, there you go, bro. You took it from me. Realistically, we could come right into that, so, you got to ask yourself, listen, I risk whatever, 0.5%, 1%, 0.25%. And if your bias lines up, if you get down on the lower time frame and you see the price action, take it. If your confirmations are there, take it. I could tell you that AU is not in a valid point of interest for me. Like this, like NU, this is important, right? This weekly distribution area was very significant because look what it created, This area right here, specifically this candle, was the cause of this move here.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, that's
and we made a lower low. So it is counter trend trading, but these are high probability setups that you have to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Right. Was this, can you zoom out a little bit? Yeah. Okay. So, just so everybody understands too, like, look at this, right? So, hold on. My annotation tool is off.
There you go.
Okay. So everybody, I don't know, I'm guessing people are always asking about structure. Like, you want to keep things really simple, right? So what we did here, if you guys pay attention, what we did is we reacted off of, we've come back and fully mitigated out of the previous higher low that made our higher high. We're trading inside a bullish leg. So here's the pullback. You guys see it, right? And now what we're doing is we're coming back into the leg right here, into this previous bearish leg of a pullback that's going to do one of two things. Either going to come lower to mitigate further, or we could potentially break structure from here, which means we turn bullish, which means we are now in the directional bias of the overall trend. Does that make sense to everybody? I hope it does. Anyways, that's a quick explanation of what it is. So this area is very significant. I don't even know where I've been. I haven't looked at NU since the beginning of last week, I think.
Yeah. Well, we saw that wick into the weekly candle, and we just wanted to see. We needed a structure break, before we looked for sells, just because it was so counter trend, But
yeah. But this could be. I mean, hey, could you quickly measure the pips to a new low? Just
bro.
Out of curiosity's sake.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
Because we are, we're not. I mean, we're pro trend trading at the moment based on the pullback.
So to the low is 1,800. 1750. So
and I see that weekly. I see a weekly candle all the way at the bottom there that we haven't yet tapped.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, right there. You see? Yeah, right there. Yeah. Somewhere there. I see. It's murky on the chart, but that's 2,000 pips for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could see it, but again,
I gotta delete my annotation.
But then again, you're putting a lot of faith in the U.S. dollar.
Look, Mike. You know how we do. You trade what you see, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Trade what you see, right?
I know.
Right. We see a distro. We see it made a lower low. We're inside the pullback, and I mean, things are valid.
I'll tell you this. I can guarantee you this. If I wake up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. and I see a really nice.
Wake up tomorrow morning.
If I wake up at 5 a.m. If I see distribution happening in this 4-hour point of interest, guess what? Game
100%. It's a sell.
Game on. Julio did. I'll sell it. I'll sell it with you guys. Hey, I'll sell it with you guys. All right. I am not afraid of that. So I will. Oh wait, no. Hold on. It is I will sell it with you guys. Yeah.
It's just so everybody understands, this is essentially how we attempt like to pick our trades.
Yep.
This is why we're not like, I mean, and we were all there. I was there not even that long ago. So was Mike, getting stuck in trying to, and the term is coined, day trade, right? You want to get out of day trading and you want to get into high probability trading. A huge difference, because day trading, you're looking at every 15-minute break of structure, every 1 minute accumulation distribution. When you're looking at something like this, well, it's got a 2,000 pip potential. Imagine you get in with a 5 pip stop loss, or maybe even a 10 pip stop loss.
Yep.
Right? And you hold that for a couple of months. I mean, that could be your year.
Yep, exactly. On a 0.25%, here, you want me to put it into perspective for you? Hold on. Let me put it into perspective for you. So the new low, let's just say the new low would be 54.80, right? 54.80. Okay. So no, that can't be right. 54.80. Holy crap. Is that right?
Yeah, dude, it's 2,000 pips.
Oh my God. Okay. So let's just put it in perspective, right? Let's put this into perspective for you, right?
Guys, this is when trading gets exciting.
All right. So let's just say everyone doesn't have $100,000 account, right? Say you're only going to risk $50, right? We're going to risk $50 on this trade, right? That means that you will make
by 200.
You will make 88.68 off of $50. That's what you're going to make on this trade, off of $50. Now, if you're going to trade a $250 account like I do, I trade a 0.25% risk on my 100K FTMO account. That means that your $250 is $44,341.45 to take it down there. So that's all she wrote, that's what it's about, yeah, you will have grandchildren by the time it smacks TP. Trust me, bro. I may not be alive when that happens.
Yeah, but what's wrong with sitting there and just watching it go to TP?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen,
you got other trades you could take while it's doing its thing.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, I being in gold, I'm over 1,400 pips on gold in profit right now. And being in gold for the last week and a half, I haven't worried one bit about it. I've taken partials on that break even. I've paid myself handsomely on it. So the rest is history. If it gets to where it needs to go, great. If not, no big deal.
And just so you guys see how fractal markets are, Mike, just open up gold on 4 hour. Just go to gold right on 4 hour, right? Right now, just do it daily. Daily, it'll be cleaner. Just go to the daily. Yeah. Like, guys, it's the same thing, right? All it is just understanding what is gold doing. Yep. Gold had, this is the leg, right? As we were looking at NZD USD right now, just on a much larger perspective. What did gold just do? It walked itself down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now imagine NZD USD is right here, right now, right? Here is 5 trying to come in to 6, right? I don't like the fact that it's number 6, but anyways, that's besides the point. That's it, right? That's all that it is. NZD, USD, gold, they're all the same. Right?
I'll tell you right now.
Does everybody see it?
I'll tell you right now, guys, the buys I'm holding until the summertime. Just so everyone knows this. I'm holding the buys until we get to 25,000 or 2,500 or 3,000. I'm holding the buys because the buys
it's going up.
Yeah. When we catch the buys, right? Because realistically, whether you want to, this for all intents and purposes is a form of accumulation, right? It's a descending wedge of accumulation. So on the break, right? On the break and the retest of it, obviously we're going to be looking for a nice 1, 5, 15-minute schematic to take it up. But when we catch that, if it's anywhere between 1680 and 1720 in this area, in this weekly candle, guess what? I'm holding the buys for a very, very long time. Especially because on my broker, I don't get swap fees on gold. So yes, yeah, absolutely. Um, awesome, awesome. Perfect. Great. Glad you make sense. Do we use Elliott waves? So, I mean, essentially that's what it is. They're waves, right? Like we don't measure them. Like I'm not trying to put like the measuring tool to measure if this leg is, whatever percentage of that, then it has to be that. No, we don't do it like that.
No,
Um,
just a
yeah, yeah.
psychological,
Yeah, it's just,
like
it's just,
market,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, just it's psychological. Like want to like market starts to get exhausted after a while. Like there's only so many pushes it's going to give before it either reverses or completely falls through the floor. Right? One of two things needs to happen. It's not going to continue going for 20 legs, right? So you see the first leg, the second push, the third push. Once you get to the fifth push, you just start to understand that there's exhaustion at the market, because you got to understand they're trading inside a very tight range. A lot of buys, a lot of sells, a lot of buys, a lot of sells, a lot of buys, a lot of sells. Somebody needs to eventually take control and do a more clear path to whatever target they're trying to get to, not this choppiness.
Yeah. No, I don't use fib extensions. Nope. Like my targets are based on new highs or areas of liquidity. So if we have equal like EG, right? EG, my targets, my very first targets are going to be these equal lows sitting right here. Those are my first targets. And then my overall targets for the market, if this is in fact going to be distribution, which for all intents and purposes it is, we're in phase C going into phase D. We need to trade down to the lower trading range.
Yeah, if it drops, it's going to be a huge trade.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So, can you show me how mitigation works on a chart, please? Ooh.
Just come into a candle.
Yeah. Yeah. It just trades into a candle. That's pretty much it. Like here, like so. Give you an idea, right? Like all right. So see how
Hey,
this.
Mike, I got to jump off.
Go ahead, bro. Have a good one, man.
Yeah.
I'll hit you up in the morning.
All right, dude. I'll see you.
Yep. Later. So you
Later,
see how this
everybody.
candle right here, trades into this H4 structure. This is the H4 that created the initial break. We mitigated out of that H4. Okay. Same thing. Like you come to GA, and like if you come down here, we'll go to the 1 minute. I'll show you another one. Like where's that 1 minute accumulation? Right here. So right here, market, this last push down grabs liquidity, right? Market comes up. This candle trades into the open of this candle right here. Okay. That's mitigation. This wick trades into it. Essentially, this was the sell down to take liquidity and get their orders filled so they can buy up. They need to come back to close their sell, their hedge. So that's what this is doing. They're closing and then taking the market higher. Okay. That's what the mitigation is. Do I use any indicators? No, I don't. Nope. Every now and then I might have like an RSI, and the only reason I'll use an RSI is for relative divergence, relative strength. So, like if I'm looking for accumulation, right? A good example would be this. So, do you see how we're making lower lows? But on the RSI here, we're starting to make higher highs, right? Do you see that? So that's divergence. That's telling me that the change is coming. So I'll be honest, like out of 50 trades, I might use this once. It's just one of those things that if it's present, it gives me another confirmation, but I don't use it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just for divergence. And then I'll do comparative strength. So like correlating pairs, so like DXY, EU, NU, AU, gold, silver, right? Like I'll compare them. And if there's divergence between them, that tells me which one to trade. All right. But that's it. Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all I got. I got to try and finish putting my computer together here so I can have a decent trading day tomorrow. but yeah, realistically, that's all I got. Hopefully you guys were able to learn some stuff, and we'll be back at it next Tuesday night. So hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy. I'm going to if you guys do have any questions, like I'll post this on my Instagram, but if you guys do have questions, I would definitely what the heck is this? Let me see. Hit me up on IG. I try, listen, I get probably, man, I probably get a lot of, a lot of messages on Instagrams. So I would definitely, be patient. I'll get to it as soon as I can. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Unless you guys got something else, I'll call it a night. Um, Awesome. Well, it's been great. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Um, I'll catch you guys later, man. Enjoy.